that one I felt, that Fretwork Colony is one that I really felt like it never, never hit anyone's radar. That was one of the cards that I think like it felt like everyone collectively ignored. Because that was another one with Cynthia, and I had a history with Wizards of the Coast with them giving me assignments where there were monsters made out of little monsters. And so I had to do, when I was doing designs for Dreamblade, I had to do a beetle monster that was made out of beetles and insects. And I had to do a leech monster that was made out of leeches. And I had to, and I was doing the Fretwork Colony that is a mass of lots of little bugs overflowing, eating an entire city. So I always have to do these big forms, little bitty things. And there's, especially with Magic cards, to convey that, because you always have to have the foreground elements that you know what people are looking at, and then you have to see the big form. And they wanted it loosely based on a Boll Weevil, so I'm like, sure, I can do that. And I did the card, and it just now has gotten more popular with people, strangely enough. I did an event called WeevilCon in Enterprise, Alabama. It's a gaming store there, and they have a convention, and they had me out as a guest. And I'm thinking, I'm going to WeevilCon, and the Boll Weevil is the town's mascot. There's a statue in the middle of downtown with a woman holding a Boll Weevil. There's a whole lore history. They had the blight. They had a Boll Weevil blight, and it knocked out all their cotton. So they switched crops, and then shortly thereafter, the entire market on cotton fell out. This was back in the 1800s or something, or maybe even earlier. And they survived financially because they had already switched crops away from cotton, and all the other surrounding areas went through all this hardship because the cotton market fell out. But it was because the Boll Weevil saved the town. So I went to WeevilCon, and I did a bunch of artist proofs with the Boll Weevil on the back, and those were very popular. I'm like, cool. And now it's strangely gotten popular again, because I'll show the art off. But it was just one of those cards I was like, thought it was really cool at the time, and it never really caught on with people. Or at least I didn't see. I had the art for a long time until this entomologist happened to come through a convention I was at, and she's like, do you have anything like insecty? I'm an entomologist. And I'm like, actually, I have these. And she's like, these are amazing. And she bought them, and they were her first Magic art. So she was a Magic player, and I made some Magic bugs, and she bought them. And yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.